Hi guys, I'm so excited to be back with you guys for another Wellness Wednesday. And this week we are going to get to talk about mindfulness. Mindfulness. So that's a pretty big word. But we just got to watch a video on Jaden's day, and that was called Making Mindful Decisions or Mindful Choices. And so we just got to see how Jaden got to turn his day from not going too great to a pretty good day in a short matter of time. Okay, so Jaden, we just found out, didn't have a very good morning. He woke up late, he almost missed his bus, and someone said something not so nice to him on the bus. And we've all had days like this. I know that I have. I know that you probably have. Your mom and dad probably have. We've all had days where we felt like things just weren't going right for us. A couple of things happened, and it kind of put us in a mindset that we weren't too happy about. Maybe we got a little sad about it, or we got angry and we took that out on someone, like Jaden did with his teacher. And that is not what we are supposed to do with our feelings, because it's okay to have those feelings. When we have bad things happen to us, it can make us feel a certain way. We might feel sad about it. We might feel angry, frustrated, and all of those emotions are very valid. And it's okay that we feel that way. But it's the way that we handle them that's so important, and that will affect us in the future and us right now. And so Jaden learned that since he didn't address his emotions, he'd had a pretty bad morning and he was upset about it. But he didn't talk to anyone about those emotions. He didn't let anyone know what was going on. He could have told his teacher that he'd had a rough morning. And then we all are compassionate. And being compassionate means that we care for one another. And so if he'd shared those feelings, maybe she would have treated Jaden differently. And for us to understand that, though, we have to express our emotions and let people know what's going on in our heads. And that's so important, is letting a trusted adult or a family member know what's going on in our heads if we're having a bad day. So we also need to learn about being mindful. So those emotions that we're feeling, they can affect how we act, but they shouldn't have to. So when we're mindful, we don't worry about stuff that might have happened in the past, maybe a couple hours ago, or maybe we don't worry about things that are happening in the future. So Jaden let what happened to him that morning, being late for the bus, having a kid say something mean to him, he let it affect the rest of his day, and he let it affect his actions towards others. And he had some unkind actions that were a result of his emotions. And so, being mindful, when we're mindful, we are focused on right now. We're focused on the present. We don't worry about what happened this morning or 10 minutes ago. And we don't worry about what might be happening later on tonight or this weekend. We don't worry about that, because we are focused on right now. And when we're focused on right now, we are completely present, and we are able to be intentional and be our happiest selves, because we aren't going to let worries from the past or worries about the future affect us, because we all have thoughts and we have an emotions. And they showed that in the glass jar that she put the sprinkles in, how we all have emotions and they float around our heads all day. But if we stop thinking about them and we stop letting them float, they all just settle to the bottom and we don't have to worry about them anymore. And I think that's so beautiful, that things can happen in our daily life. We can get upset about things. We can feel certain ways, and that's okay. But we can also let those things go. We can just let them go and not worry about it. We have that choice to just let things go. If your sibling was mean to you, you have that choice to just let that go and move on. And I think that's so, so important to remember. And there are also some ways that we can help ourselves to get past those things. Like Jaden did in the video, he did the breathing exercises. And by the time he was done breathing, he'd forgotten about what he was worried about. And that's really cool that we can just breathe through it and we can forget the things that were bothering us. So I want you guys, before we do our next activity, to go ahead and do a breathing activity because we've done a lot together. Take a couple deep breaths in and out. Feel your body relax. Make sure your feet are on the floor. Okay? But I want you guys to do this one on your own because that's a good thing to take into your everyday life is those breathing activities and learning how to let go of things. Because we can be such happy, positive people if we just learn to let go of the things that are bothering us, especially things that we might not have any control over. So that's so important to remember is that you can change your emotions, you can change how you're feeling just by releasing some things that are bothering you. Okay? So remember, it's so, so important to live in the present, live in right now, and not worry about what happened this morning, not worry about what might be happening later on tonight, but live for right now, because that's so important, and we have that choice to live for right now and to make good choices right now. So our activity that we're going to do after you do your breathing exercise is it's called Let It Go. And the directions say, sometimes we get upset over things we can't change or control. It can help if we tell ourselves to let go of those things. What can you let go of? And we're going to go ahead. There's 3 balloons on that page. And you're going to draw or write something in the balloons, one thing in each balloon, of what you're going to let go of. Something that might be bothering you, maybe something that happened today, or maybe something that has been bothering you for a while. I want you to write that or draw that in that balloon. And we're going to let go of that. You're just going to let that go. I don't want you to have to worry about that anymore. And I want you to see how your emotions might change after you let it go. And if you need to draw more balloons, you can. And just make sure that you are thinking really, really hard about what you can let go of that'll make you a more mindful person. Okay? So make sure you do your breathing activity and then go ahead and work on this activity, and I want you to be really thoughtful about it, okay? And I'm excited about seeing everything that you wrote down and how you are changed from it, okay? So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'm so glad that we got to do this together. Bye.